Hey everybody, Chris Collard here with Jeep and Grand Poobah Rick Pewe. We are in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
And in just a couple minutes, we're going to be getting on a chopper and heading up to the Victorian High Country. So Rick, what are we doing today?
Well, actually, it's going to be quite exciting because we're actually going to be test driving the KM3 BFG mud tire, and that's something that we haven't had a chance to do yet. So it's going to be really exciting. We're going to go in the mud. Obviously, it's been raining just a little bit. Hopefully, that'll make it soupy.
Yeah, soupy. So there you have it. It's going to be an awesome day flying up to the Victorian High Country to test the new BFGoodrich KM3. All right, Rick, how was it?
That was great. Flying in helicopters never gets old. In fact, we're coming down over the ridge. Kangaroos are heading up the ridge. So
you ready to do this thing?
Oh, I'm way ready to do this.
All right, man, let's go.
Let's go.
Hairnet for the helmet. I swear, if you print this video, I'll kill you. Right, so this wraps up our couple days in the Victorian High Country near Melbourne, Southern Australia. Here with Rick, and tell me, what did you think about the new tire?
I thought it was really an improvement over the old tire, which was a great tire to begin with. This one, it has a lot more features like the mud phobic bars to eject the mud, stronger sidewall, a different tread design. It really looks good as well.
Yeah, one thing what's interesting is the wraparound shoulder.
Yeah.
And that, I don't remember what they call it, like terrain traction attack tread wall, but basically it wraps around almost a third of the way around the shoulder.
Yeah, it's a good section. Yeah. So when you're aired down, it'll actually be grabbing there as well.
Yeah, and the muddy, trenchy stuff, and you know, the little bits of snow it can grab. I thought that was, yeah.
Right. Well, what they were telling us was the way it works, they have a whole bunch of biting edges when you air it down a little bit, and there's always something going and grabbing. And from what I found, going on the rocks on the road, seemed to be.
Yeah. So yesterday we were on a lot of hard packed surfaces and a lot of kind of high speed, almost like decomposed granite.
Yeah.
And I felt that it had a lot of lateral traction when you really got on the skinny pedal and like pushed it through some of those corners. Mm-hmm. That was my impression.
Right. Well, I agree with the new tread design and the new tread blocks. They're a little bit stiffer, even though they say they're more flexible. They're more predictable about when you're going around the corner and grabbing that dirt. That's what I like.
Awesome. And yeah, one of the things that you lose on any tire that's got an aggressive tread, you know, a little bit of the NVH or noise, vibration, and harshness on the highway. You know, I felt it was a pretty quiet tire.
Well, especially since it was aired down. When you air it down, you have the tread doing things that it isn't designed to do as far as noise. It's going to be noisier, and I didn't notice it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty quiet and pretty predictable. Like we were running some constant radius turns, and it felt like just with a light finger on the wheel that it wasn't, you know, it was fairly round tire. It wasn't getting off track at all.
And that's what also all in the mud, you could feel that it was actually grabbing. Whenever it hit something hard, it would just scoop it out of the way and keep going.
How about like some of the other highway properties on it? I did a couple emergency brake tests where I just brought it up to speed and just shut it down with ABS on. I mean, first of all, we stopped on a dime, it seemed like, for a mud tire that's pretty good. And the other was that I didn't, you know, part of that was the ABS working properly, but I didn't have any, you know, a lot of chirping or hopping from the tire.
Well, the hopping, right. I call it skitterish, especially when you go around a tire and it starts to do that a little bit, and I didn't get any of it. And I was pushing it all sorts of different ways trying to make it go, and it was predictably smooth.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was fun.
A lot.
All right, so that's initial impressions on the BFGoodrich's new KM3 mud terrain.
Let's get a set.
Hopefully we need to get a set and put some hard miles across the western United States and Baja on them.
I'm in. Let's go.
All right, we're done.
All right,
we're checking out